Beta Consultancy is a team of experts working with passion to bring the magic of success and growth to your business. Their team has veterans and youth from various domains dedicated to growing your business. It is backed by Beta Group, a $2 billion business conglomerate, established in 1947 and diversified into different business domains. With more than 70 years of business experience and still growing.
Yeah.
So today we have Neeraj Pathak with us, who is the owner of a brand called Healtherio. They're making very interesting pure honey brands. Pretty much the introduction. Along with, we have Hanuman, we have Sakshi, and I am Rohit. We're going to discuss a bit about like how Neeraj came up with the idea along with his wife, who happens to be a doctor. What they're trying to do with it, how they develop the product, and yeah, basic each and everything, how the entrepreneurial journey has been. So, Neeraj, over to you. Like how did you come to this idea? Why did you started it?
And tell me about your
Okay.
journey. Tell me about your journey
Okay.
a little bit. So,
Okay, sure. Thank you, Rohit, for introducing me. So my wife, Dr. Shruti Mishra, and I basically, around 3 years back, we were sort of struggling with a few problems, health issues, which were also mental as well as physical, just like a lot of young people in our community do. So these problems are, stress levels being high, we not getting regular sleeps, and also, sometimes coughing, sometimes sneezing. Overall, the body was kind of raising alarm bells that we need to boost up our immunity, and that's when my wife, being a doctor, so she first started having pink rock salt with raw honey. It's mixed at a certain temperature and a certain quantity, which she's more aware of. So she started having that, and in a couple of days, she started getting good sleep, and her sleep cycle improved, and her indigestion problem also naturally got solved. So I asked her when she started waking up full, energetic, very positive. I asked her one fine day that you're not having coffee or tea in the night, or not walking, down the aisle because of stress, office stress, or whatever. So what has happened? You're all very fresh, very energetic. So she said that I'm having pink rock salt with honey, and I knew about it. And it's a great combo and gives a very energetic, charged mornings. So I had it, then we recommended it to few friends and families, and everybody, like I said before, is undergoing some sort of a stress because of our lifestyle, nothing else. So, and now, she started feeling well, I started feeling well, our friends started giving positive feedback that, that the honey is really working on them, they're getting comfortable sleep, their indigestion has solved, they're liking the taste also. So we thought that, it's solving our problem. Why not we try and give it to others also in the market, and let's make a business out of it, because people will benefit. It's a genuine product, and we'll make a good business out of it. So we started making a product called Sleep Elixir, which we call salted honey. Then we thought that, there is coughing and sneezing and all these things which are related to immunity. Overall, we do feel compromised sometimes. So people mix, that old age dadima style of solving cough and cold with ginger and honey. So we thought, let's do something around ginger and honey. So product development is what I'm trying to stress here, is our strength. So we developed ginger honey. Then we thought that people mix lemon also with honey to basically take care of their weight management and all. And especially in these COVID times, when government is also stressing that people should have vitamin C, I think lemon honey is a great combination, to boost up immunity and all. So we are in the right time, I would say. So we make lemon honey, ginger honey, tulsi honey. So these product developments, whatever has taken in the past 2-3 years, is out of sheer experience and passion. And very delighted to share that today we are making the finest, most unique varieties of honey in India, and we're doing well right now. That's how it is.
Absolutely brilliant. So Neeraj ji, आपकी entrepreneur journey से पहले की थोड़ी सी journey share कीजिए. Like, what's your background been? What you have
Right,
been doing?
right, r- right. Sure. So basically, I've done a few things. So when I was in college, I cracked CDS, which is the army exam, but I could not join it for some reason. My parents were like, "Why do you want to join army?" So then I became a journalist. Basically, I did economics and political science from Kirodimal College, Delhi University. I graduated in it. Then I did journalism from Delhi University again, and then I worked in media for a couple of years, and then I thought, this. So I was doing fine, and then I decided that let me study more, upgrade myself. So I went to IMT. I did an MBA in 2010. Then I worked for a solar energy startup as a sales head, and I scaled the business really big. And so then, working there for 2-3 years, I decided let's do something of our own, and I started a consulting company called Map My Talent, where we do recruitments, trainings, and all. And so that also scaled up. And then 3 years back, we thought that, Shruti and I thought we were again partners in Map My Talent. We thought that we're doing this, now let's do something more meaningful, and we thought of starting up our honey things and all, So we have two brands, Wellness Short and Healthy Rio. So Healthy Rio remains more focused now. And our Wellness Short brand is now an Amazon accelerator program brand, So we are the first company in India, a startup FMCG, which became part of this Amazon accelerator program. In the FMCG space, we are the first guys there. So another wing, in our cap, feather in our cap. Yes.
Interesting. So being a serial entrepreneur, very interesting. So, like, how much time did it took you for the product development phase, coming out to the right product market fit? How was the journey
Right.
about it?
So it took us 1.5 years to 2 years to develop these products, because we do not purchase anything outright and just package it and sell it. We're very passionate people. And so product development took 1 year, because we make totally 100% natural products. And as far as the market test is concerned, it took another 6 months. So basically, we floated our products, all our products, with a few retail stores in Noida, then friends and family, and people who are not known to us also. Somehow we were able to reach them through our circles. And everybody, 9 on 10 people, I would say, conservatively, have always given positive feedback that your products are really nice. And so it took 1.5 years to 2 years of serious hard work to develop the product. It's only now that we've kind of gained that confidence that we're ready to go, working on more variations around honey as of now, But our mantra is very clear that we will always avoid any Me Too product, so passion and focus is completely on new products.
Amazing. So, have you raised any
So you
funding
may
for
ask.
the business, or is it a bootstrapped venture?
It's all bootstrapped so far. We have never to raise external funding, because the business in itself looks that this year will be pretty good, and the journey should be a little more smoother. So initial days are tough for any entrepreneur. I think that stage we will pass in the next 3-4 months, and then it's all about scaling up. So it's not about survival anymore, even today.
Hmm.
So we've never
Interesting.
thought of raising any money so far.
Interesting.
Plus,
Over to
also,
Shakshi.
as we speak today, hello,
Go ahead.
yeah. So as we speak, we are in such a strong category that anybody who actually wishes to do good for himself should associate with us. So it's, so it's not the typical business where we should go out seeking business, because a lot of businesses are going through a challenging times, and the challenge will only increase in the next coming quarters. So they would also ideally, logically want to look at new industries, new founders, good products. So any company, especially mine, are in a situation at a place where people should come and associate with us. Frankly, that's how I see it, you know. And it's happening also.
Prakshi,
Right, sir. So, sir, like you told that you went to IMT and your wife is a doctor. So, sir, you both were having a very good salary and the salary was coming to you every month. So, when you tried starting a startup, was there a concern that you are going now you are not going to have any salary, and or was it all about passion and it was okay to start up?
Very, very good question. So, and I'll tell you the secret here. So, Sakshi, your question is really right. I like that. So, you're trying to ask, leaving the salary, was it like a bit difficult? It wasn't difficult at all, leaving the salary and starting up from our own house where we stay, because we were very passionate, very clear that we have to do something of our own, you know. And so I would say that the earlier a person starts in life the entrepreneurship journey, the better it is.
Right, sir. So, sir, like we have seen that so many people, like our MBA colleagues during the time of our MBA, they also had very good ideas. But people can't start right away. Like, what is the first thing that you did for starting your startup? Like the first ever thing you did to start.
Right. So when you have an idea, you may not have a great idea. See, ideas are just 1%. 99% is all about executing that thing properly. Any business is a good business. So, so it's not about the idea, because if you are able to make a success and it's a very simple idea, that is more important, more meaningful, rather than working on an idea and it having no business potential, so my suggestion to all young people would be that they should work hard, they should be passionate, and they should start doing things. And even if you don't have too much capital, you should just bootstrap and do it at a very, very small level, but make sure that it becomes profitable. So like we started a recruitment agency. Frankly, it didn't require a lot of money to start off. You didn't require a factory, it didn't require a large team. So it was all about a laptop, a phone, an internet connection, and hard work. Reaching out to companies and then asking them to recruit people through us. So that's my journey I'm sharing. So with very little resources, also you can be on your own. You can be successful. It's all about hard work and passion and doing the right thing, what you want to do. So with very little or no money, also you can become an entrepreneur.
So my last question is that how did you get the idea to name your company Healthy Meal? Like what was the funda behind this?
So I'm good at name keeping for sure, I feel. So Healtherio is so because we already had Wellness Shot, and then we thought that let's do something. Let's keep the name around health, and we wanted a .com domain. So we thought that health, a theory of good health. We were deliberating all these things, and all of a sudden it came to my mind, Healtherio, theory of good health. So that's how we kept the name.
Oh, great.
so I'm saying is, I just wanted to understand what are the challenges, like the initial challenges you had of this initially Amazon and initially initial days, mein, convincing the Amazons and all these world when you wanted to commercial, and how did you overcome? How much time it took off, and how did you got the Amazons to what accelerator program? What has been a time frame and to you to get enrolled and started selling it? And how did you convince Amazon?
So, very, very good question, Hanumanji. It took at least 1 year of follow-ups, regular mails, because they're very difficult, very busy people. You can't really get them on phone all the time. So 1.5 years of follow-ups, patience, and just showing that and making a genuine product. So all three things are required when you want to work with as a vendor to a great product, really good. The pricing is good, and obviously it has to make business sense for them. And so it and a lot of patience, because 1.5 years just following up and not doing business, and still because expenses keep running, factory expenses and all that, you also cannot run out of the business. So it's important that when you start up, one should continue to stay in that business. You may have a small factory, you may have a big infrastructure, it is not important. You can just work from your house corner, it's okay. But people should believe that you're a credible person when they will see that you're following up, you're right there, you're not running away from the market, and you make good product. People do um, notice you and work. So it took us 1.5 years of follow up with Amazon to be part of their accelerator program.
Second is how much is capital how much is your working capital? How did you get the outsource material? Let's say getting honey also, identifying where the honey should come, and second is that is also very critical of getting honey, and then working capital, identifying the factories. How did you were a journalist, you finding the honey and just getting the honey, then manufacturing. How did you learn this one? You're not scientist, your wife was a doctor, she wasn't this one. So how did you learn? This wasn't your domain.
Right. So it's just about enjoying each day and being passionate and researching. So meeting people I learned when I was a journalist, so I can research and find out people. That's I guess an inborn thing in me, to dig out people. Just the way I dug you out. I mean, you're such a great team, but I did find you, right? So I'm good at finding people, approaching people, meeting people. And relationship building is very important. So I built relationships with a lot of people in the ecosystem. As I started exploring honey, who makes the best honey, who sells the most honey. I went deeper. Who purchases from whom, who does what, whose strength is what. Just meeting people, primary research. Finally, I ended up identifying right farmers, and I understood what is it that they want, what pain do they experience from the business. You know, so that's a identifying people is primary research. Meeting people, doing the legwork. B, the working capital. So we've been running our HR consulting firm. Whatever money we saved there is what something that we have invested here. But our fundamentals are very clear that we are debt free. uh, it's all, we always purchase things, we pay money, and then is when we purchase things. So that also helps us establish our credibility between our vendors. There may be a time when I will not be able to pay them for a few days, but I'll order and they'll supply. So it's about building trust, credibility. So whatever money is there in the working capital and in the infrastructure is all bootstrapped money that we have done. It's not huge, but it's not very small also. uh, for a self-funded company, it's a decent amount, I would say, that we have invested.
How much is in a factory and how much is working capital now is blocked for you right now?
So the factory premise is our own. So I will. So there's so as far as the machinery is concerned, the machinery would be around 18, 19 lakhs that we have. And just to share with you, uh, machine design also, my wife and I did. So which is an
Wow,
engineering task, and none of us is an engineer. So same machine
interesting.
in the market, sharing with you very interesting point. Same machine in the market, people were giving for 45 lakhs, 50 lakhs, even 60 lakhs. But we came back home. In fact, we had no idea, but we just started imagining that what is the end product that we want. So how should the machine look? So again, we researched few people, great people, senior people helped us, from various places. They saw that young people are looking for a machine design, and they explained. So it's like, connecting dots. God has just been kind, nothing else. So we designed the machine ourselves. What kind of blades it should have, what kind of meter it should have. So again, we went and found a great guy who makes machines in Noida. So he was earlier working for a big manufacturing company which makes German machines. So he set up his own startup. So that's how we cut our costs. So we went to him and he said that I can design it for you. So whatever they were selling for 55 lakhs, he made it for 17, 18 lakhs. So that's how we cut our costs.
Amazing, Neeraj. So when you are not an entrepreneur and not a husband, so what do you do? Like, how do you cool yourself down? I mean,
How do I cool my? So when I work, I'm always cool. That's the best part. I'm full of energy. So like you saw, we are doing this interview and I'm driving my car.
right.
So I love to work. I love to meet people. I love to talk, and so this is the best part. You can ask me to produce honey and keep selling it the whole day. I will not get tired.
I just wanted to one question: is which part of India honey is getting produced? Which is the districts, dominant districts, and what kind of the environment is required where the farmers, does the government has got any incentive programs to increase the honey productions?
Right. So very recently, government has started a program to support beekeepers. So the
Okay.
policy would be out in a couple of days.
Okay.
And overall, the honey industry, agriculture industry, the government is getting very serious about it. So they're
Mhm.
supporting it. As far as the best producers are concerned, so Punjab ranks on top as far as honey production is concerned in India.
Mhm.
Punjab is there. Then you also in South India you have Kerala also. I
Mhm.
don't want to comment on the quality of various sources, but Punjab, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, some parts of UP also now, some parts of Rajasthan, Gujarat. So
Mhm.
every state is now understanding the importance and the business size of honey slowly in India. But I
And
would say Punjab, there's a lot of
what is the
awareness.
size of the honey market in India, and do we export or do we import on honey in India?
So Hanumanji, on record, the business last year in India, domestic market for honey was around 2,500 crores.
Okay.
It's much larger because a lot of it is not even
Hmm.
on record, because people just get that person who comes to their house, he breaks the that beehive and people
Hmm.
take honey. It's not recorded, but
Hmm.
on record 2,500 crores is the organized honey market in India last year.
Hmm.
With corona and the importance of immunity, I feel this year it should definitely cross 3,000 crore. And the business of honey is only going to increase. A, because of awareness. B, because corona is not going away. Unfortunately there will be more epidemics. And the only way that one can prevent from any epidemic, and that's one thing that I really want to share with people, is that they should build their immunity. No amount of sanitizer, no amount of staying inside the house can prevent you forever, because nobody will mix it in any drink and give it to us. If we are internally strong, nothing can happen to us. That is what one should remember. We should go out, we should work, we should meet people, we should do everything, but we should just make ourselves strong. How do we make strong? Honey is the only a natural superfood. So people should consume more honey. That awareness will increase very fast. So the business
That
is very good.
that means you are not
And
worried about.
90% and
Now you are.
90% and 90% of honey is exported from India.
Oh my God.
So we are not net importers, we export. And that's the most unfortunate part, because we sell it to Americans, we sell it to Europe, we sell it to the Middle East, we sell it to South African countries.
Mhm.
They buy so much quality honey from India. And
Okay.
our people are consuming still white sugar and all these things. They're not realizing that all the problems in the body are because of white sugar and white salt. sugar, BP, all these things are main causes for all other diseases, cancer, liver, kidney failure, whatever you call it, all because of BP and sugar. So that these things can be reduced by consuming honey.
Okay, our time is ending. I hope that you will not find this one. You will not have any corona because you're taking too much honey. We haven't got an opportunity. Okay, so you are well protected. When we are living in fear, you are living in without fear because of your product. And hope many people will buy your product so that they do not fear. They do not live in houses. If they go out.
We shouldn't. Yes, we shouldn't fear. We should just. We need to do is strengthen our immunity. We are all there to support them.
Yeah. Rohit, you want to summarize?
Great.
Only
That's
one
it. I
minute.
mean, thank you, Neeraj ji, for your time. I mean, taking out time from such a busy schedule. I know you're talking to us while driving. I hope you're safe. And best wishes for your business.
And
Thank you.
thank you so much to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.